The new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
I'm glad we got this on. I'm glad we got this recorded, man.
Let's go. Sorry, I was trying to talk through that. I got to look.
And I knew it was coming because for some reason my TV now is ahead of Jared. And I knew it was coming and I was just waiting. And Jared was in to try to sound. Jared was doing his thing where he's sounding all educated and all that, speaking with big words. And then all of a sudden he interrupts himself to yell, "Run, nigga, run. Run, cracker, nigga, run. Run, cracker.
Cracker ass, cracker."
Jared started to sound like Umar Johnson right there. No puppy walkers.
Oh, my bad. Excuse my outvoice, too.
No puppy walkers on that one. No puppy walker. Go, puppy walker, go.
Yeah, bunny hopping nigga. Let's go. Oh, look at that beautiful milky almonds. I like women that know how to cook in the kitchen like that. These holiday commercials starting to get my goddamn nerves, man.
Why you don't like it, man? It's the season. 'Tis the season.
Because it's just not, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't even feel like it's December 10th yet.
Are you complaining about holiday commercials?
Man,
in December?
Yeah, I am. I shouldn't.
Mid-December.
I just feel like it was just pumpkin spice stuff just started hitting, and now they try to switch over to Christmas. No. It is still pumpkin spice season.
Having withdrawals, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Anyways, I know y'all saw my boy Charleston White.
Yeah, man, somebody jumped on stage because they had like a Lakers joke he made, which I don't know if I would pay money to go see Charleston White and have him talk about the Lakers.
And I like
no, he was in Texas. He was somewhere in Texas, and he saw people in the front row talking. He started talking about the Lakers bubble championship and how it wasn't, a real thing. They started booing him, and then he's like, I don't give a fuck, you boo me, I'm already paid. He paid to come see me.
Basically, they paid money to go see Charleston White, and they got what they.
There's a big issue right there.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. That's one of our main lead news stories. Just kidding, but seriously.
Did y'all see that video of the Lakers celebrating their championship?
Those fools, man. No, man, I ain't never been so mad in my life. If you wanted to celebrate with like a case of beer, like a couple cases of beer sitting there, y'all
maybe some Heen Dog.
Yeah, some Hennessy, y'all sitting around.
Laughing, case of Mountain Dew.
This ain't a pop champagne type of champagne. Man, Jared, start this damn show.
Man, Brandon put the glasses on. We getting serious now.
We getting serious today. He put the glasses on just to show you how tight his hairline is, because it gives you a frame of reference.
Hairline still looking crispy.
I got to wear glasses that's curved in the front, so that way it makes my hairline curves. It curves up, got like a lipness bubble, make it look like my hairline is bigger than it is. But
Brandon got a big ass shield glasses, so it creates optical illusion on his hairline. I got the big ass rough ends glasses in our 90s R&B group, early 2000s R&B group glasses. Aaron wear a welder mask, so people think his hairline is good. Damn, this man got a good hairline. Got 3 headbands on. Make people think I got a good hairline. All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on the Twitter at Horcrux Hipster. And check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/High Score 510. Or check out our TikTok page at the High Score 510. And we are here with... this is AG3. Coming at you faster than the 49er fans are going to be annoying tomorrow because they're going to take over number one. For some reason, they love being the number one team during the middle of the year, beginning of the year, any time of the year, except for after the year. Getting ready for that annoyance. And here's your soundbite, Aaron. Compliments of Pedro.
I'll stick my dick in pudding. I'll stick my dick in pudding. I'm dreaming of some white pussy. wrapped around my big black dick.
I'm tired of all these people. See, this is what I hate about camera phones. People just getting every black crackhead on the street to do just every stupid thing in the world.
I don't know. There's a crackhead. That might be somebody's granddad.
And that's somebody's granddad. Okay, maybe somebody's granddad got drunk, but I think he a crackhead too. They were like, hey, we give you a 40 ounce of Santa hat and a brand new sweater.
That zip up look a little too nice for a crackhead. And we are here with
everybody's favorite truck driver, Captain P-Funk. I'm trying to figure out why it's so slow during Christmas season.
Like, what is slow? Give us some reference.
Freight. Well, my job anyways. Not all freight.
Everybody realize all that stuff they got from Temu is actually crap, man.
Temu. Man, all that Temu shit look tight, Pedro, until you
not according to Box Cab. Box Cab and Chris said they had got some tight stuff from Temu.
Yeah, I think he's kind of hit or miss.
What is it? You guys are talking about what?
Temu.
Temu, you buy anything on Instagram or wherever else they advertise, but if they be throwing ads on Instagram left and right, bro.
It's basically like Chinese Wish, but it's like you're like that. It's just a real cheap stuff, man.
Yeah,
it's like the dollar store version of anything you could think of. Like
online dollar store shopping.
We got the dollar store version of it, and we'll ship it to you.
And it might be pretty good for a little bit, but it's just gonna have some janky, substandard parts.
Temu carried a Soldier Boy video game pack.
Oh, that's tight. I got my map pack on Temu. All right, well, here's your soundbite, Pedro.
I wonder why God made white people smarter than the people of color. The Jews are smarter than the people of color over there, and the whites are smarter than the people of color over here. Why did that happen? How did that happen? What?
Man, I'll tell you, man. Podcast mic should cost $500,000.
Exactly. I agree with Brandon. We need to raise the price.
What you about to say?
Several things we need to raise the price in this world. Bullets should be almost unaffordable, and social podcast mics now.
And Pooh Shiesty masks. And we are here with...
Hey, what's going on? This is Brandon, a.k.a. Taco Pablo. Good to be back on the show, man. Let's get into it.
Here's your soundbite, Brandon.
We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper, and that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity and then get butt naked on a cross to die for both you and me. The only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus.
I didn't notice in the beginning, the guitar player in the background is grooving. Into his own thing, man. He got his own thing going on.
He was in a flow. He was feeling himself.
Do. He just bouncing. Do.
And my name is Jared, aka DJarTT, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart.
Hey, Marco, how you doing? Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me, but I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared, and they told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me, and gosh, that's beautiful. How you doing again? Nice talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so.
I want to wish everybody happy Chinooka on the 4th day of Chinooka today.
Shout out to our Jewish fam and friends out there celebrating Chinooka. Yes. It is the holiday season, guys. It is Chinooka starting. Pumpkin spice season has now not the main commercial I'm seeing on TV anymore. It is into the winter treats, Christmas, and all that good shit too. So happy holidays, people. We are in mid-December, and it's looking good. What's happening in this game? Hold on one second. He dropped it.
It was a fumble. Oh, you saying that?
No, the next play after that, CD Lamb wide open drops the ball.
How open was he? I didn't see. My screen was obscured.
He wasn't wide open, but
He was wide open.
It hit him in the breadbasket on the run, and he dropped it.
Oh, that defender
Hit him in
kinda
his
made that.
hands.
It was a hard. It was the
I think
defender.
the defender hit his hands. Yeah,
The defender kind of that's a tough catch, but he still could have
he still
squeezed
should have
that.
caught it, but that's a straight drop on this fourth day of Chinooka.
In news this week, Dr. Umar Johnson
Oh, this thing.
has a book coming out.
I'm working on a new book. It's called Snow White and the Seven Coons. I'm working on my first children's book. It's called Snow White and the Seven Coons, brothers and sisters. Who gonna buy the new book? You gotta is teaching your kids about coonology in the global African diaspora. It's called Snow White and the Seven Coons. Yes. Yes. Dr. Umar's children's book. Dr. Umar's children's book. I need an illustrator. Do we have any black children's book illustrators? If you are a black children's book illustrator, please text me. You can be male, female, but you cannot be a bunny hopper. If you are a bunny hopper or a puppy walker, you cannot illustrate my children's books for me. I need some. I'm serious, y'all.
What do you mean by bunny hopper?
I
get the snow bunny hopper, but what's the puppy walker?
I don't know what the puppy walker is.
Someone need to tell this so-called doctor that the word is diaspora. Ignorant ass nigga. So, excuse my language. I'm sorry I have to use that word. I just hate when you get a black person that wants to be all high and mighty on black culture, but can't even fucking pronounce a word that has to do with African diaspora.
I appreciate how Dr. Umar Johnson repeats himself numerous times to make sure he gets his point across or whatever it is.
Repeat himself to make sure he get the word pronounced right?
Well, my question is, would you guys read this book to your kids? And
hell no, because it's gonna have too many fucking spelling errors in it.
I was just thinking, it's like, what are some good names for the seven coons? You have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You know what I'm saying? I started thinking about, like, what are some names he gonna have for some of his coons?
I'll tell you one. One should be Uncle Tom, one should be Sambo, and one should be Dr. Umar Johnson.
You got Dopey and Grumpy and Sneezy and Bashful.
And Dr. Umar Johnson is one.
Oh shit. Come on, Cowboys. Come on, Cowboys. Oh yeah, go run, nigga. Run, nigga. In other news, a movie about bipping is coming out. It's coming to the big screen.
It ain't coming to everybody big screen. Because they look, in other states, they don't know what the word bipping is, dude. We only go to another state. Southern California have no idea what the word bipping is.
Hold on, man. There's
I'm not lying, Brandon. Nathan was in LA, tried to use that word, and they had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Talking to the black dudes working at the rental car place. And they're like, no, we call it something else, man.
Well, Berner, Berner, says he's making a movie based on the life of a real Bipper. Here's the trailer that's been making the rounds.
It ain't making around. Shit barely on this.
Really, Jerry, you got to remember this is an audio production. You got to talk your way through this, man.
Oh, they're showing somebody get their car bit. A beautiful, wide woman getting her car bit by somebody in a hoodie. Grabs a bag, comes to the car, and they take off in a Sonata
this
with no
production
plate.
is awful.
Now they show niggas doing nigga shit and shooting a basketball and counting bread at an ATM money counter. Now they fake fighting in the street and they burn and smoking weed and shooting more baskets.
This shit look like it's gonna make.
It's gonna be called Splash.
I said it was gonna make 5,000, a lot less than that. After seeing this shit,
it's gonna be called Splash City, coming out in the fall of 2024. You guys gonna go see this?
Fuck no.
It's not coming out on Tubi?
This is straight to Tubi. They try to be too serious for it to be on Tubi, though.
Man, they don't have no sub. They didn't have nobody narrating what was going on.
They didn't have a word said in this trailer. No one said one word.
I'm sorry about the poor audio description, but this movie was riveting. They don't need no audio. What that actually be kind of tight. In this whole movie, there's no dialogue.
Nigga, please.
We'll get to know the inner workings of why somebody would ride around, steal shit out of people's cars.
Just niggas doing nigga shit, shooting baskets in between. Interspersed between smoking drugs and being in a group that's looking like they're doing some nefarious things. They shoot basketballs. It's like money counters, loitering with weed, basketball.
Love, peace, education, tolerance of others, Jesus.
Breaking windows.
All right, but here's the thing. The thing I would need them to answer is, when you steal $30 out of that lady purse, do you really need an ATM counter?
The money counter, the automatic money counter. You doing to steal it? Exactly.
Nobody's carrying cash. Where are you selling these purses?
The real story.
These fools ain't smart enough to count, Brandon.
The real lens into this world, which might be Berner being, I don't know. I'm not just saying like Berner, if you're giving away the goods on how they monetize this, what I'm saying, who are the secondary sellers they're selling stuff to? Because, you can steal some nice stuff, from tourists who are unassuming, got like, their lives and their luggage. But what do you do with it? Where does it go?
You have your life and your luggage where you travel?
Technologies, huh?
You have your life and your luggage where you travel. Fools ain't traveling with all of that. I mean, they might get a computer here and there.
Oh, yeah, some people, their lives are on their computer.
Maybe a Nintendo Switch.
They have the computer. Some people are like, I just have my marriage certificate and my something else in there.
Ain't nobody traveling no damn marriage certificate.
They might have come to San Francisco to get married or just come back.
What the hell they coming to San Francisco to get married for?
Why did you say marriage certificate?
They're trying to make some shit up. They got no fucking idea what he's
talking about. That's their life. I'm fighting for my fucking life.
Travel with a marriage certificate, Jared.
Man, San Francisco used to be a tourist destination, Jared. Like, people come here not just come get married.
They come here to get bipped. According to this movie, they also come here to get bipped.
Man.
Just movie stupid as hell, man. This is the problem with Oakland's state of mind, man. They state of mind is like, how can we stay so small and not grow this state of mind? You want to grow your state of mind, not just be sitting here focused on some silly shit.
Town business.
All right. Well, here's what Berner had to say about his movie.
I got a movie called Splash City, all about the Bipping in the Bay Area. I really want to bring to life like Northern California crime stories, and like just Northern California is untapped. Like if you really look at a lot of crime films or movies in general based on LA,
well, especially on a commercial worldwide level.
Yeah, there's nothing out the Bay, and I feel like that's my job. Right, so my hobby now is just developing content, Bay Area based, like, and it's fucked up because it's not really a hobby. I guess it's like work, but that's what I like to do.
Here, why are you following these ignorant ass people?
Why would you? Okay, so you want to highlight crime in your city. That's what you want to do?
You can't highlight the great culture of people. You want to highlight crime.
Well,
I just feel like I feel like Neil. And then here's the thing: he ain't talking about like a good Neil Nora movie he creating, right? It's like, no, man, no. I want to highlight crime. Not a true detective story, not a detective story, not a like crime drama, just crime.
Not even like a good storytelling of crime. It's not like, all right, cool, this is a gangster, but it's kind of like let's get to know his inner workings and like why he's doing all this.
What brought him to this?
But philosophically,
trying to get out the game.
If it's a gangster that ends up killing people versus bipping, usually doesn't end up with people dying. There have been some bippers carrying weaponry, but and another thing about this.
Stop trying to explain this stupid ass ignorant ass shit. His ignorant ass. Why are you following people like this?
Jared's being super positive about all
Jared,
this.
Man, you gotta, you know what, Jared, man, you might have to, man. We might have to have an intervention. There gotta be a day you only read books, man. No phone.
Read, nigga.
Yeah, see that bookshelf behind Brandon there, Jared? You gotta choose one book to
those aren't
read.
DVDs.
Free strike.
Can I get
that's better? Hey, I guarantee the shit on DVD better than this shit you just played up.
Like, wait, you call that a bookshelf? That's my DVD case.
Hey,
that's
man,
still better than what you played.
I'm convinced that we should probably start storing a lot of these DVDs, man. If anybody's out there selling DVDs, I'm buying.
Telling you, man, people gonna want them.
Hey, you got to own the media, man. You got to own the media because I think You pay your $14 a month to Disney. They can choose whatever they want to put on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hey, remember that movie I like to watch? It was a Disney movie, right? Nah, we ain't got it no more.
Oh, I got a great idea, y'all.
Hey, Brandon, I've been with you, man. I've been buying physical media again because I'm like, shit, they taking shit off. I watched a movie the other day and they changed part of the damn movie from the original. I say, oh no, I got to go physical media now.
I got a great idea, guys. Like, you know how people are tired of paying for streaming services. What if we create an OnlyFans where we get just like find women to watch movies that are like good that we got on DVD that aren't on streaming platforms that people got to pay and they don't want to do paywalls. So they're like, I just condense it into my OnlyFans and they can you upload that because OnlyFans is also good about not let people pirate it off there, right? So like.
You say that, Jared, man. I've been trying to figure out I'm trying to find me a good. I was going to ask Brandon that. Brandon, I need you to find me a good thing that I program to rip stuff on OnlyFans. Save me some money during this inflation time.
What was his nationality?
I'm sure it's out there.
He was ignorant black.
Who?
Berner? Berner. What is he?
He was black.
I don't know if he was black. I don't know if he
looked black.
Because that looked like that looked like the white part of him was just trying to bring down the whole community.
Yeah.
It could be true.
That looked real ignorant.
He looked more like South Asian or Middle Eastern to me, bro.
Nah, man. Man. Look him up. Look him up, Jared. He could be. Maybe you're right.
Like here, maybe. Let's look at his.
He's the owner of that stupid ass store of cookies.
Definition of a culture vulture there.
Hit that fucking hit the fucking name, Jared, on the Wikipedia. Maybe we'll find it there.
He's apparently a rapper too.
You know what, Brandon? For all the credit, look under early life. Father Mexican was a chef at a Mexican restaurant, Arizona. Father planned a restaurant during high school.
Family moved to Arizona when?
His name is Gilbert Anthony. Is that Milan?
What just happened? Dak throw a pick?
Just ask Rayon. Just text Rayon real quick, man. It's Berner. Fumble. Rayon myself real quick.
Who fumbled it? Dak?
Dak, yeah.
God damn it.
Was a stupid fumble, too. Going back in the game with that fumble.
Hey, man. Shout out to the audience. Bear with us. The Cowboys playing football right now while we're recording.
Brought to you by High Score 510 Podcast.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
In the account subscriptions.
Yeah, so what is he Milam? What is he?
Hey man, just do the brown bag.
I'm asking Ray.
I could Google that too.
You see, when did he move to Arizona? Or is he from Arizona? If he's from Arizona, I'm gonna have to go ahead.
Look, there's a question. What race is Berner from Cookies? Click on that, Jared. It was a question. Yeah, look, right there. God damn it, Jared.
100% Mexican
from Arizona. I'm gonna go ahead and claim culture vulture.
No, or you can do the Tyreek Nasheed. He's a suspected white supremacist.
Exactly.
In other news, the NBA inaugural in-season tournament completed with the Los Angeles Lakers winning. What do you guys think about that? Or was the in-season tournament a success?
Well, which question are we asking? Both?
Or was it a success, and what'd you think about it? Yeah.
It was a success for the NBA. They're going to make a lot of money when that new TV deal come out at the end of this year when they're looking for. Because a lot of people tuned in. So success in that way. Was it success for your fantasy structure? Was the structure of the tournament success for your fantasy league, Jared?
Hell to the no.
Do you see how many games are being played tomorrow? Every team plays, dude. Like, I don't know who the hell. I got to really leave someone good on the bench.
It really fucked me up because there was days where it was 1 or 2 games going on. And then after that 1 or 2 games,
it was only 2 games.
The next day, everyone was playing. And then the next day is only 1 or 2 games. So if you didn't have a player on 1 or 2 of those teams, like basically it was like, yeah, there's a lot of.
They're gonna have to figure out how to handle that because they were like Monday had 2 games from the in-season tournament. Tuesday had 2 games. Wednesday had all the teams that weren't in the in-season tournament. Wednesday had the 2 games from the in-season tournament, the semifinals, right? And then Friday had all the teams that weren't in and the 4 teams that lost on Monday and Tuesday played on that Friday. So it just really ruined the fantasy. Mm-hmm. And then the championship game didn't count for fantasy stats. So basically, there was no game on Saturday and Sunday. Basically, everybody played 2 games.
I think they should maybe just do like a special tournament week and just be like, boom, just almost like an all-star break, but it's a week-long break. But like, if
that's
you do
against
that,
the point. The point of the NCAA tournament was to get the players to care and play through games in November.
Yeah.
When football's raging, when baseball just ended, but we're having baseball award season and the winter meetings and signings, it was to get the players to care because the NBA know. I mean, Adam Silver, he's only been commissioner for I don't know how many years now, but he also was deputy commissioner under David Stern. He knows during the heyday, people will watch this on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was glued to the TV in college on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, glued to watching basketball, right? And he knows people will watch. He knows it. Football expanded into Thursdays, right? They expanded in other days. He's like, dude, I got to get the players to care, and then the fans will care. I got to give him something to play for. So he can't do it for a week. I don't know if you noticed, but the pool games that happened, the 4 games that each team's played for pool games, they were all slated around like the first game of a back-to-back for most teams to keep teams interested. There are also Fridays where teams normally might sit somebody out, right? Because they're looking at the big game on Sunday. And so he was not going to do a week, Jared, because the whole point of the league was to keep the players interested, to keep the fans interested.
But that's the thing. Like, so if they do it through the first part of the season, like you have the games interspersed that are part of the schedule, counts towards the schedule, and you work your way through it. Then at the culminating, like have the in-season tournament working maybe like a little bit longer, but like then have the championship week where it's like an all-star break. Where
I agree. I agree. You could do that.
Last 8 teams that have qualified will play on, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something like that, basically to get down to the final, right? Like you could do that, and that would be actually kind of tight. Like, so I think that will be a better way than, disrupting and having such a crazy fucked up schedule that's gonna, number one, affect the bottom line for some of the fantasy sports, which with the gambling component now is really big, but also just the continuity of the league. And I think you could really build like All-Star Weekend or this week, build in other things that highlight the run, nigga, run, crack a nigga, run.
I'm glad we got this recorded, man.
Let's go. Sorry, I was trying to talk through that. I got to look. Sorry.
And I knew it was coming because for some reason my TV now is ahead of Jared. And I knew it was coming and I was just waiting. For it. And Jared was in to try to sound. Jared was doing his thing where he's sounding all educated and all that, speaking with big words. And then all of a sudden he interrupts himself to yell, run, nigga, run, crack a nigga, run, crack a. Jared started sounding like Umar Johnson right there. No puppy walkers.
Oh, my bad. Excuse my outvoice, too.
No puppy walkers on that one. No puppy walker. Go, puppy walker, go.
Yeah, bunny hopping nigga. Let's go. Anyways, that's what I was saying. But yeah, like build it out. Like it could be a celebration and it's a break for the players. It gives teams a lot of teams a week to give players rest, but they can also be at the festivities. It could be like a thing. And that, like, man, that would be a great idea. And it would keep the continuity of the season going, I think, in a way where like then 2.5 months later, you have your all-star break. So it's like 2 breaks within the season where teams are like, all right, there's enough breaks in the season now where they can rest or players or teams can get their shit right. Right. And you have a highlighted, specialized game or championship on the line. How do you guys feel about the Lakers? Captain P-Funk, I know you were real critical of Darvin Ham, but him leading them to this title as the inaugural in-season tournament champions, does that display the championship pedigree as a coach that you're looking for in Darvin Ham?
Even Darvin Ham himself said, LeBron had the players locked in. He said, let me say it in my Darvin Ham character voice. LeBron, yeah, he really had the players locked in, man. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. Shit. I was cheerleading. I was on the sideline cheerleading with the rest of the rookies. I wanted that $500,000. Me and my wife want to go to Jamaica.
Right near the beach. Boy.
No, LeBron had them locked in. LeBron had the players he wanted on the court.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he even brought up Cam Reddish saying, "Hey, man, I see something defensively in this kid," which I have to agree. He's been playing some lockdown D. He has really been playing good D. And I seen my man Vando comes back, and I'm really impressed. It seemed like the offensive rebound or the rebounding got better when he came back, and he's only playing 16 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they're just locked in defensively. They look like when you got AD playing defense like that, and then you have tall guards. You got 6'8" dudes, wing players.
Well, you have AD, and if guys lock in,
you can shoot. Yeah.
You can tell them, like, really just press that perimeter on dudes. You have AD behind you. It's kind of like when the Warriors, although they didn't have like the most stout dudes, they had a lot of good defenders on the perimeter. They were able to overplay because Draymond was wiping shit out because nobody was, able to finish at the hoop. Draymond Green, man, my boy Draymond Green. Oh yeah, man, he was tight, man. He was a rim protector. People play that.
Well, Draymond Green was like the best defender for this era because nobody has any skill to score mid range or get to the basket. So when Draymond's out there, Jared's right. Jared's right because he basically knew where you was going because all y'all been doing out here when y'all practice is shoot threes and slam dunking.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't work on any fundamentals, so it was easy for Draymond Green to play defense in the between the block.
Draymond's a really good help defender, but we'll get to some more Draymond stuff in a minute. But
how he's washed up? How we talking about?
No, yeah. Brandon's wondering what is there to talk about. Did he choke somebody else this week? Did he try to end someone else's life?
I think that choke move was a good defense.
In other news, Shohei Ohtani was signed by the Los Angeles Dodgers for $750 million.
Oh, hey.
$700 million. Just a shade under Tom Brady's deal to be a broadcaster.
Commentator that he ain't done one day of. Still ain't done what work.
But
I thought he relieved that contract.
I don't think it starts until he
whenever he wants to. I think it's just outstanding.
I don't think he'll do it.
I don't think he is either.
I think he might now that he's separated from Giselle.
I think he's like in retirement life and going and doing what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
Yeah,
that commentating job is not an easy job.
You got to visit with the teams. Yeah.
You go early, it's
just like playing football,
early. You visit with both teams. You meet with both You meet with the coaches.
Yeah,
you talk to players.
But you work hard for about a good
4 days,
6 to 8 months a year. You work hard, and then you have basically obviously they'll pull you in to maybe do some interviews and whatever you want to do.
What happened to the days of the fools doing multiple sports like Pat Summerall?
Probably contracts and stuff like that.
Pat Summerall did football and he was amazing at golf.
But here's the thing, man. So when you say that, but then you hear Stephen A. talk about UFC, you're like, all right, well, maybe we need an actual UFC person.
Stephen A. trying to UFC stuff is not MMA is not his. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. He can't say that to MMA guys because he might actually get choked.
They'll pay whatever they got to pay. They'll pay whatever they got to pay.
Yeah, they'll pull up on you and beat your girlfriend.
They'll beat their girlfriend and then yours.
They'll fight your kids.
You don't think I'll do it to your woman? I just did it to mine. It's crazy, motherfuckers. Anyways, Shohei Ohtani signed for $700 million. And it's reported the A's were in heated discussions. It's reported by Casey Pratt that they were in it to the end. But he decided to choose the Dodgers after the A's offer was $1 a year for 700 million years.
No, I thought the A's offer was $1 million a year for 70 years.
No, it was $1 a year for 700 million years. A new quotation period could start by the time that clause, that contract is up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, instead of a no trade clause, there's a we will trade you clause.
Hey, what is Magic Johnson? Do we have any commentary on Magic Johnson talking about the big signing of Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah. He sent out a tweet.
I'm not gonna be here.
What did the tweet say? He said, "Look, this is the biggest Dodger deal ever. We signed Shohei Ohtani for $700 million."
It was a very intelligent tweet. Made me wonder who he got writing for him.
Mm-hmm. He did admit he does not write his own tweets.
Yeah, and it was very intelligent. It was a very good tweet.
Well, it
wasn't like anything like funny or anything. It was standard, but it was good. And I said, damn, who he got writing for him? Not a single mistake in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, whoever he had writing for him before was so obvious.
Mm-hmm. Shohei Ohtani. I need Micah Parsons to start getting his hands up when he's running up. These quarterbacks are going to try and get rid of. Put your hands up. Tip those passes more. God damn it.
The thing about the Ohtani contract, just to calm some baseball people down who are hating on the Dodgers right now, he is not getting all that money right now. So a lot of it's deferred, like not. And I mean, he's still. I think it works out to like during that 10 years, he's going to get like 450 million or so. And then the other, like almost 250 to 300 million comes after he retires. Sort of like that. Oh, she's cute. Wow. Sorry, you saw her? Did you see her? Fine. I usually don't like beige looking women, but she was fine.
The one sipping on the straw?
No, the one that was to the left of that.
I didn't see her.
I didn't see that. I ain't seen no woman.
I gotta rewind and take a picture and send it y'all. It was to the left of the girl sipping on the straw. So you guys get stuck at the wrong thing. So they showed the girl sipping on straw, and the next picture was a guy wearing an Eagles hat, and she was in the background. God dog, I'll be back. Hold on. You're in a Cowboys hat, Jared.
Oh, so Ohtani, a pitcher and a batter, a plus pitcher, one of the better pitchers in the league. Probably not in the top 5 most elite pitchers, but was actually putting up elite numbers this past year. So it could put up those numbers. But what do you guys think is the best way for the Dodgers to use and deploy him? Should he be a guy that they are going to be, having as pitching and hitting? Or do you think they should move him solely to just be a batter?
Well, this coming year, he's not going to pitch at all because he had that elbow surgery last year. Mm-hmm. So he's only going to be back this year. But I think he could do both, man. I think it's one of the rare people who's shown that they consistently do both. Yeah, man, I think you pay somebody that kind of money, man, you expect him to do like you wouldn't pay him that much money if he was just Mike Trout, right? If he's just out there playing, outfield every day, he might get $100 million less. But because he could pitch and he can win some games for you, I think that makes it all the better. For him to make use of that money. And I mean, it's baseball, it's an individual team sport too. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do with him. It's not like you're gonna put him in some special position where like, hey, you're gonna stand like this and we'll change the game. Something stupid like that. So
yeah, no, I feel you. That's right, bitch.
Jesus.
Hold on, man.
4th down, stop. Let's go.
I just realized I wasn't live when Jared yelled that.
I do agree, though. I think they do intend on having him pitch, but I think that they should reduce his pitching because he's a 40 home run type bat. He's a high on base percentage, high batting average batter. He's a legit bat. Like I don't want that wrist, because of some shit in his labrum or in his elbow, and that sidelining him or stopping him from being able to be the maximum bat. Yes, he's a good pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. He can be really tight, but it's the one thing that will, most certainly be the deciding factor of his health. And so I think that they should, reduce him to maybe being a bullpen guy, like a setup guy / when they need a hold. But otherwise, I think they need to really just focus him on being that bat, man. There's no way that he can't help you win a title when you got a dude that can rake like that, especially from the left side of the plate. AG3 Pedro, you guys excited as Dodger fans to see Japan coming through with the superstar?
I wanted the Dodgers to get deeper, right? I wanted to use that money to get deeper, maybe get a couple of bullpen pieces. With that amount of money, you get high-end bullpen pieces, a couple other things, maybe a second baseman. Well, no, because Mookie's moving to full-time second baseman now.
Yeah.
But I was very excited. I'm very excited that I'm excited he didn't go to the Giants, and that the Giants didn't get him. That was the main piece.
I was hoping he'd go to Seattle, man. You know what I'm saying? Be the next Ichiro.
They're not a big enough market for him, man. He had money to make too, Jared. There's a lot of money to make.
He does have the good. He's a big, strapping guy, good looking. You know,
there's a lot of money. When
do you think Hollywood will ruin his ability?
He was already in L.A., Jared.
Yeah, Anaheim is not L.A. though, Aaron. Come on now.
No, but it's still a big market.
Aaron,
you think
Aaron,
how far is Orange County? Aaron, Orange County has more people in the Bay Area. It's at least 2 hours with traffic. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you this. Orange County has more people in it than the whole Bay Area.
Yeah, but still, is that L.A.? Is it L.A.?
It's still a large market, though.
They changed their name to LA so they can get that market, so they can get that recognition.
But it's still, what I'm saying is still a large market. That's
York, that's like people saying like San Jose is the Bay Area. You know, yeah, technically, I guess you're part of the Bay Area, but you're gonna remove from the actual Bay.
The truth is, Jared, if it's moderate traffic from Aaron's parents' house, it's 30 minutes to get to Disneyland, and the Angels right across the street. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's no traffic because I used to do that drive every day. I used to do the drive every day.
Is this 30 like literal 30 minutes or LA 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
The 30 minutes to people in LA I've noticed is like 50 minutes to an hour.
No, it's really 30 minutes.
Jared, me and Aaron Pops worked in the same area.
Yeah, they work there. They work there. They went every morning.
We went every morning.
30 minutes.
Okay. Well,
it's just he it's a bigger market than Seattle. Seattle's too small of a market, Jared. Seattle's not even in the top 10 biggest cities in the United States, right? And it's like, dude, it would have been a big drop off to go from LA to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you've been all racist, man. You think he want to be closer to Asia or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Well, and then I mean, probably. Well, that's one thing they said.
Jared wanted to play on Hawaii.
I want him to go back to Japan and play there. He gonna get that market locked.
I'm go back to China.
He can go back to China, where the fuck he's from. Yeah. Shout out to my Asian brethren though for becoming the highest paid player in baseball history. I believe, right? Yeah, highest paid, biggest contract ever, right? Biggest, ever.
It's the highest. It's bigger than the two biggest contracts before this one. Was Aaron Judge and who was the free agent the year before that?
Harper or Trout?
I think it was Harper. It was Harper. No. Aaron Judge and Harper.
But Trout got more money than Harper, though.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing. You take the two biggest contracts and they still add up less than what he just got.
Well, shout out to Shohei Ohtani. The Dodgers better win. They have 3 of the last 4 or 5 MVPs on their squad now. So if they don't win, it's a major choke job.
No, man. Here's the thing.
No, it's not. It's baseball.
We start to that kind of money. They have revenue sharing. Like winning is like the most irrelevant thing about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not even thinking about winning. Like they're talking about having Shohei Ohtani, and they're gonna try to play that game everywhere around Asia. This whole thing to get their own TV deal, and like he's gonna bump that valuation for the team by at least $1 billion just by bringing in more market share for the Dodgers.
Yeah, they talked about how much money is that Japan spends on Shohei Ohtani, just play people flying to the game and on his suit, on his items, his jerseys, things like that. Dodgers stand to make a lot of money. They're going to make their $700 million back easy.
And it seems like the Dodgers, who already basically own like Mexico and like Central America, as far as like being the baseball team of their choice, like to get Shohei Ohtani now, it's like, all right, cool, we're gonna now use his influence to get this money too.
North Korea.
They're gonna be like, hey man, we're gonna do an exhibition game in Tokyo next year, some shit like that. Like they're gonna work that in there somehow.
Anybody with, I'm surprised you're not a fan, Jared. Anybody with tight eyes is.
Well, let me get off this camera real quick before Pedro start talking.
In other news, the BCS is back as the College Football Playoff Committee, the BCS, decided to leave out 13-0 Florida State from the national championship playoffs. What do you guys think about that?
Honestly, I think, you know what? Georgia should be in front of them too. They won 29 games in a row, and they lost one game by 3 points. They should be in the playoffs.
That wasn't a regular season game, I had.
Exactly.
I think they need to get rid of the divisional the conference championship games. Oh, did I just break up?
No, I heard you clear.
I'm watching the Cowboys game.
Oh, he did freeze. Oh, there you go. You back. You froze for a second.
There it is.
No, well,
I was saying I think they should get rid of the conference championship games.
Yeah. So what I think is going on with that is, like everybody said, it's got to be television. You lost your number one player, your leader. We can't put that crap on TV. I don't give a damn about your defense. Okay? You don't give a shit about your defense. You're not gonna come up here with no crappy backup true freshman or whatever the hell he is. We need that. We need the star. What's the dude that got hurt? What's the kid's name?
Exactly. Nobody was watching.
He was good though. He was
good. He was balling.
Jordan Travis, I think Jordan.
That's it, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Travis. Shout out to Cracker Coon, nigga Ferguson. Heard of that motherfucker? That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, I feel like it's a travesty what happened though to Florida State. Aaron, what were you saying about them getting rid of the championship game though?
So I think they should get rid of the championship game.
Yeah,
I know this might sound crazy to Brandon. I don't like the conference championship games because, like Georgia, they won the division, right? Like, stop having these huge conferences where it's like, oh, now we got to have a championship game. Like Ohio State got screwed. They got screwed because they also lost one game and they don't get to play in the championship game because they're in the same division as Michigan. So where does Michigan go? They go play some weak ass Iowa who didn't even care about being there, and they trounced them. They didn't even play well, and it's just like, dude, the championship game. Georgia, 29 straight regular season. To be honest, they didn't lose a single game. That's not part of the regular season. That championship game.
Yeah, I do agree with Brandon. They are better. I believe Georgia is better than Florida. It should be.
I mean, they had to take Florida State out, man. They had to do it. There's no one wanted to watch them, right? It's about making money.
Well, you know, it's funny. I saw a stat that said, yeah, they got to play Iowa, and Iowa's like a good team, but Iowa is.
They're not. Iowa, no. Iowa, don't start this shit on this show again. Iowa is terrible. They got fans out in Iowa wearing punt shirts.
But like this, there are more people at the Iowa women's basketball game than the Iowa football game.
Well, did you guys see that? I saw
carrying Iowa is the damn
I saw a stat. I saw a stat online that about Iowa and their offense. Now they have a good D. They always play good D, and they tend to have a decent running game, and they just play like that style of football. They don't have a passing game. That's why they keep sending out tight ends, like people are going to be tight with these tight ends. But there was a stat saying that they had more punt yards than scrimmage yards this season. Hold on.
Yes.
Do you know that Iowa had over 1,000 yards more punting than offense this year? They had 3,052 yards offense, 4,119 punting yards. They were 133 out of 133 on offense. They were first out of 133 on punting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the generational talent, man. Generational talent.
Smooth garbage out there.
That's tight. You know what? Their punter, I hope, gets drafted. You know what I'm saying, for proving that he can put up more yards than any quarterback in the Big Ten. You know, the other person I blame, though, in this situation is obviously Sonny Dykes. And that motherfucker, I blame him for the downfall of Cal's good football program that produced quality pros for years under Tedford or even before Tedford. Cal produced good quality NFL products, players, right? Once Sonny Dykes came, he basically just shit the bed of recruiting and getting the type of players that Cal was able to put out there. And it hasn't been the same since. Now, you know, the new head coach at Cal is, you know, working on that. But Sonny Dykes fucked it up, right? Because Sonny Dykes put on that dog shit of a performance in the national championship last year with TCU. TCU got blown out, 40-something to 7, I saw certain people talking about, saying that's the reason why this happened. They don't want to have that questionable like team that has some glaring deficiency in their personnel, whether it's due to injury or just them being kind of a fluke team or a flash in the pan team that it really doesn't match up. And so they said, fuck it, we're going to put a team that we know is going to give us a certain style of football, and we'll match these teams up and go with it. And the BCS is back.
Exactly what it is. The BCS is back.
But fuck you, Sonny Dykes, for fucking everything up.
What? I'm trying to remember when Cal was his powerhouse of his school.
No. I didn't say they were. I didn't say they were a powerhouse. I said they produced good pros. Cal always has produced good pros. You look at the players. A lot of schools produce pros, man.
A lot of schools.
A lot of schools produce pros, and they're players that you can forget about. But Cal produces players that are like perennial, either all pros on the O line, some of their O linemen, or are all pros wherever else they play. You got Keenan Allen, you got Cam Jordan, you had Marshawn Lynch, you had Alex Mack, there's another center, Unger, right? Didn't he? Or he went to Oregon. But anyways, they've produced good players. They've always produced like the players that Shane Vereen, Javid Best, if he just wasn't a track star.
He should have. Javid Best should have stuck to running track, dude.
He should have stayed running track. But no, they produce good players. They have produced good players, right?
Yeah, but you say the same thing about Stanford times 3, whatever. You can say the same thing about Oregon times 4. Like they produce way more pros than
right
Cal
now.
ever did.
Like in the last 10 to 15 years, you can name. We could go list for list on like quality pros, like other than like the major powerhouses, and Cal's going to be up there competing with the quality level of pros that they have with a lot of other top programs. I call like per capita, Cal puts out good players. They don't get good players. They put out
it's not a per capita thing. They all got the same amount of players. They got the same amount of players. Every team has the same amount of players.
Yeah, but Alabama has all the 5-star recruits and all the dudes who are all just like ready to go to the NFL, except they got to do their requisite 3 years, and they could just churn out 12 to 15 picks every draft or more.
But they still have to play the games, Jared. They still have to put the tape out there for somebody to evaluate it. They still go to the combine, still get evaluated with every other player out there.
All I'm saying is that
it's not like, hey, you're a 4. Some high school reporter said you're a 4-star recruit. So now, guess what? You go into the league in 3 years.
Jared Goff. Sonny Dykes fucked him up.
Well, fucked him up to the number 1 pick. Goddamn.
Well, no, he just had the best arm talent in that draft class. That was really what it was. Sonny Dykes did not show off what Jared Goff could really do, and he didn't help him with his learning process. So, like, Jared Goff was still like a puppy dog when he came into the NFL, but his arm talent is there. His ability to hit certain windows is there in a vertical passing game. That's why he was the number 1, rated QB coming out of high school, and that's why he was the number 1 pick. Not because he lit the world on fire. He was basically just throwing hot routes the whole time. They're like the one receiver would just turn to him, he'd throw it out to him. Little screen routes all day. Barely ever throwing the ball down the field. Sonny Dykes did not use him the way he should have been.
All right, so let's look at this, right? So based on this, right, now talking about quality of player. On NFL rosters, there are 364 SEC players, right? There are 288 Big Ten players. Mm-hmm. There are 213 ACC players. There's 207 Big 12 players. There's 178 Pac-12 players.
178. Can we break that down by team?
We can't break that down by team. Cal.
Because according to Jared, Cal had him.
No, you got to go. Like, it's been, 7 years since Sonny Dykes came in, ruined shit, and then flipped everything back over, and now they're rebuilding a different way.
See, but here's the thing, though, Jared. We can't say Sonny Dykes ruined things, but then was in the national title playoff with the next team he coached and was winning before he got to Cal. So there's something about
took over
Cal's
that team,
culture.
Brandon. That team he took over at TCU. Even at TCU, that was his first year at TCU. It's weird. Sonny Dykes' best year is always his first year somewhere because he got other people's talent. Look what Sonny Dykes did with TCU this year. They were horrible.
It's ridiculous.
I have to agree with Jared on this.
I'm just saying. Fuck you, Sonny Dykes. You fucked up. And Brandon, let's go look at Cal. Look up just like Cal football pros, NFL players, and you read the names, and you're going to say, "Oh, that guy was a good player. That guy was a good player. That guy was a good player."
Give me another Pac-12 team. Stanford,
USC is probably,
Oregon.
No, Stanford. No, Stanford does not do better than Cal for pros. Andrew Luck is the only person that you can really think of right now, right? Tell me somebody else that's been Stanford that's like a baller right now, that's been a baller in the last 10 years where you're like, oh, yeah, I see all these players coming from Stanford that I'm like, that guy's really good.
Well, let's look it up, Jared. We all got the internet. We ain't worry about this.
Let's look it up, nigga.
I'll have 3 hours for you to figure out how the internet works.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know stuff. Brandon, I need you. Yeah, Brandon, you put on the glass and everything, man. I expect you to be better at me.
Brandon, if you said I got a power to look and find people up real quick, certain people online real quick, Jared got the opposite.
I got the opposite.
He got the revitalago.
I mean, sitting there like, where do I click? Where do I click?
Benny, where's the hash? In the middle cabinet on the third shelf. That's not hash, it's tuna fish. Well, shit, make some tuna then. You got to do something about them eyes, Benny. You got my mouth all ready for hash and eggs, and you ain't got no hash. You can't keep fucking with me that way. Bitch, please. Oh, bitch, please my ass. Fat bitch. Do you want a sandwich? If it's not too much trouble. Don't get smart with me, Benny. He's the dumbest ass in captivity.
All right, let's see it.
Brandon Meebane, Reagan Upshaw. Who was the left tackle for your boy? What's his name? Played 10 years.
Tarek Glenn.
He was dope. He was Hall of Fame player.
That wasn't a Tedford recruit. Tarek Glenn.
I'm saying before Tedford.
That was Brandon Meebane.
No, I'm saying before Tedford, Cal was still putting out good pros.
You're right. They did put out Tony Gonzalez. But they had a lot of solid
Kyle
players,
Bowler.
man.
Come on now.
All right. Seriously. So this one. All right. So this
Nick Harris, the punter.
Yeah, Doug O'Brien.
All right. So this goes back.
Ryan Longley.
Pretty back. So they have Aaron Rodgers, Cal. John Elway.
I forgot about him.
They got Tony Gonzalez, Cal. Richard Sherman, Stanford. John Lynch, Stanford. Cameron Jordan, Cal. You got Marshawn Lynch, Cal. Ernie Nevers, he played in the 20s, don't count. Andrew Luck, Stanford. Let's see, got James Lofton, Stanford, by the way. Christian McCaffrey, Stanford.
Oh, yeah,
David Castro,
McCaffrey.
Stanford. Alex Mack, Cal. Hardy Nickerson, Cal. Top 12 players from both schools.
Those some dope players, though.
Those some dope players, but
Both
some of those
sides.
players are way more spread out for Stanford than you get. Dude, I'm just telling you, if you kept going down that list, you'd see more and more Cal players. You'd be like, oh, that was a good pro. And I'm not saying they're all like, Hall of Fame players necessarily, but they're good pros that play longer than the average NFL player. What's his name? What's his name? Is the running back? Come on, tackle that nigga. Justin Forsett. I'm sorry, my bad. I got excited. I get excited sometimes. Go down, nigga.
Don't forget Marvin Jones, the wide receiver.
Marvin Jones, yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, man, Cal puts out good products. They put out good products since the early 90s through.
Jared, I will agree with Jared on this, is that they do put out good products for especially how crappy the team can't win games.
No, yeah, they're never
they can't win a bowl game. They can't be a threat to win the Pac-12. Never a threat. But somehow they get a lot of pros.
And I think it's because of, they were getting some of those secondary players from like the USCs and whatnot. They got some good players. Anyways, fuck you, Sonny Dykes. Well, let's get to Cuddy Corner shoutouts. Cuddy Corner shoutouts is the segment in the show where everyone gets a chance to rant, complain, or highlight something positive in the world. Cuddy Corner shoutouts. It's time. Cuddy Corner.
We're burning now. God, if you let it in, hell. So cold and bleeding now. I'm in for this, man. Gonna let you down. He had sex with my mama. We're broken people now. I just said I need a backy out of me.
Aaron, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, my Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to millennials, which I usually do, but I could frame it to what this reason is for. This one, mine is the millennials not understanding of the power of physical media, right? And what we gave up by going everything to digital. So I've always been a guy that bought discs for PlayStation, video games, Blu-ray, all that. But recently, they just made it too easy. They started doing things like the movie will come out 2 months before it come out on Blu-ray on digital media. So I was like, all right, well, let me just buy this. Okay, saves me space. I don't have to buy the DVD version and then put in the code to get the digital. I got them all now. I just go straight to digital. But then I started noticing things, right? Like movies I seen. Demolition Man. Did I mention this in Cutty Corner before with Demolition Man? Remember how they went to Taco Bell?
Mm-hmm.
But because of licenses of this and that, watch the version of Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Arnold Sylvester Stallone. And instead of going to Taco Bell, it said Pizza Hut, and they edited the voice to say Pizza Hut. I was like, what the fuck is this? Dude, movies are art. And then I started noticing video games are artwork. They're all art. George Lucas fucked up his own art, right? When he changed part of Star Wars. They're artwork. They're pieces. We love them and how they are. You don't see someone saying, hey, let me take this Mona Lisa, the original Mona Lisa, hire an artist to go ahead and put her eyebrows on fleek, because they ain't on fleek like we have them now, right? They don't do shit like that. I don't even know if the Mona Lisa have eyebrows. But what I do know is that it's art. You don't change art, right? You don't change the story. You don't change video. I'm back into the physical media game, right? Because it's BS, this digital media. Let me tell you another part of it. My dumb ass got impatient and bought a PS5 several months back, right? I wanted to get it for the new FIFA. I wanted to get it for before the new Call of Duty come out, this and that. Now, because I was so impatient, I bought the digital version, right? So it doesn't take a disc. It's all digital. Man, I totally got screwed, man, during Black Friday. Games I wanted were like $40 digital. I got to buy all my games in the PlayStation Store now, right? $40 PlayStation Store with $30 in Target and Walmart, right? $25. Shit's on sale. I can't take advantage of it because I got this stupid ass digital only PS5. This would be the last digital only PS5. Young millennials, stand up. Stop getting digital shit. There's a reason. There's a reason we have physical things, dude. Because guess what? We could get it for cheaper. When Target and Walmart are just want to sell the products on their shelf too long, and they're like, hey, or they want to battle each other, they're going to lower prices. PlayStation ain't got no reason to battle. They ain't lowering. Every now and then something will be lowered in price to match the stores, but that is rare. And then when they do going down in price, they don't go down as low as it does in the store. So my millennials, please stand up. Please make smart decisions. Stop trying to take shortcuts in life, right? Digital media is not a shortcut in life. Streaming, there's no problem with owning a CD and owning your own music. It sounds better, people. It sounds better. Stop buying shitty ass vinyl for $35 and $40 a vinyl. The vinyl, yes, okay, the sound has that vinyl sound, but that's just nostalgia you're paying for. Nostalgia. Fuck nostalgia, dude. I want the better, clearer sound. I want the studio sound. CDs is where it's at.
Best thing about having physical games is like if I want to play the game, I say, hey, you got that game? Let me borrow it for a second.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I can't even let people borrow it. And then here's another worst part about it too, B+. When companies lose those licenses, or they're only written for so many years. So like for example, on PS3, I downloaded Afterburner. Thank God I didn't delete it, because I was like, hey, I wonder if I can't purchase it anywhere. Afterburner, even when it came out, because of the whole licenses thing, you can't purchase it anywhere. So luckily it's still downloaded on my PlayStation 4. But like digital games, you cannot, if they lose the license, they'll take it off. So if it's not downloaded on your system at that time, you won't be able to download it later.
I download a bunch of movies just because I'm part-time pirate. I guess full-time. I mean, transition full-time pirate. But let's have all these movies on hard drives all over the place. But I was like, no, DVDs are pretty cheap now. People are selling them for like $1 or $2 here and there, man. And like there's some movies that at some point like weren't popular enough to just kind of stay perpetually online. So like just to get the physical copy of them, to have them, number one, to be able to watch them later, and then not have somebody else, like you say, fuck with them to change the wording or take scenes out because somebody decided they were racist 30 years later. It's important, man. Like to be able to own the art, or at least pay for what, like actually pay for something and get something tangible for it. Shout out to crypto.
Pedro, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, but I'm having a brain fog, so we're going to get to Brandon. I was going to bring up an FMCSA thing is in the trucking. So go to Brandon first. He's got one.
FMCSL. I don't hear about this. All right, Brandon, do you have a corner shout out?
Oh yeah, I got two pretty quick ones. We were out in Mexico for Thanksgiving. Nice time. I think we had a pretty good time for Thanksgiving. There wasn't as many white people as I thought there was going to be. So that was always good to just get like a local feel for the place. Now the thing that happens when you travel outside the country is like you get accustomed to people not speaking your language, right? And the thing about that is you just assume nobody speaks your language. So then you just start talking about people as if they don't know what the fuck's going on. So we stayed in the Centro neighborhood in Oaxaca, and directly across the street is a nightclub. It was fine. It wasn't super loud, but like it was definitely a nightclub. But anyway, like I go out to get some tacos late one night or whatever, and these two like Americans are talking. They're I guess they had like just hooked up or something like that, and so they're just standing there talking while she's like waiting for a cab or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, had a nice time, yada 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 yada," right? And then she asks, "Oh, well, what do you like about me?" And this dude basically says, "I like when I smack your ass the way it bounces back." And I was like, "What?" so I was like, "What? What am I listening to right now?"
That's the race of these people, Brandon.
Now these are two white people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never thought to say anything from in that realm to anybody on the street on a busy ass street, especially when I'm getting ready to say bye to them. Like to hook it up, like, oh yeah, what do you like about me? What? And she just took that as an answer. I was just mind blown. Like number one, that he said it, but just how well she took that as like an actual compliment about what he likes about her. I was just mind blown. So my kind of question goes out to me and just how that's lived in my brain for the last couple of weeks since Thanksgiving week. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to those people. Hopefully they're all doing well and they have clear STI tests.
Come on.
Maybe they met up and they decided to start a relationship.
Dude, that's a rough way to start a relationship. That is I don't know.
People need different ways of affirmation. Different forms of affirmation could do it for you, Brandon. Throw that ass pop up and down when I slap it. I like the way your titties sag in my mouth.
Exactly. Like you're a little too honest. Yes. Maybe he's just too honest.
Yes, I like the way you take my dick in your cooter and then make a squeak sound.
Oh, just highly irregular.
Pietro, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, so this is going to be racist.
Oh man, let me turn off my camera.
Disclaimer.
This is going to be racist. So, okay, so the FMCSA had rules of bringing in, I guess, more regulations when it comes to training and schooling of new truck drivers. Now, this is going to be sexist and racist, by the way. I should have mentioned, Brandon. So I don't understand why they didn't do this before. Now our industry wants to be. It's already regulated. We have electronic logs. We have automatic trucks. We got autonomous trucks that all those companies are failing because, y'all computer systems, software isn't flawless, people. You want to take software and put it in the very biggest thing on the highway. Bad idea. Kind of, because I see where they were going because they allow so many immigrant truckers.
What kind of truckers?
Immigrant truckers.
Immigrants.
Immigrants. This how it sounded.
This magic moment
Is that a hybrid between an immigrant and a gimp?
Yeah.
Pedro don't read. He has a hard time with his E's and R's.
Especially, I don't know why they come or they had this big idea. I know I think one of the biggest companies in California is owned by a Indian gentleman. I'm not going to say any names. I won't say any names, but it's owned by Indian gentleman. So he had the idea of, hey, we'll just bring our people to America. They can drive these trucks, make a living, yada, yada. This will all work out, right? Well, here's the problem. These people can't read or write English.
And he said I was ugly and I couldn't read good.
So if you can't read...
Pedro needs some people that can speak American, goddammit.
Can you tell me what that means? Exactly. You need to be able to speak American. Let me tell you why. There's millions of videos. So you guys, algorithms, probably watch, you probably see videos of truckers driving down the highway and hitting a low bridge. Okay. You're probably seeing truckers going down a street that says no trucks. You probably seen all these videos online because of me, guys driving off the road are not using their CB. Now, this is one thing I agree with the racist white man out there that used to CB radios, cowboy boots, and all that stuff. CB radios used to save lives. Nobody's using them no more. Nobody's talking to them. You know why? Because they're talking Punjab. No, the Hispanics are using them. So I give the Hispanics credit. The Hispanics are still using their CB radios. Okay.
What?
But the Indians don't know what a CB radio is. Okay.
Because the Native American ran away.
He said
the Persian, Punjabs and Punanis, they're not using CB radios. Okay. And they're trying to regulate everything we do because these dudes cannot drive.
We're throwing you a freaking bone here, Scott.
They can't drive. These kids, and I'm gonna go to the Negroes next. The niggas that all got the PPP loans. So, we're gonna open up a trucking company. We're gonna put these holes in these trucks. These females. They put y'all see a lot of these female influencers out there. They out in the truck stop selling pussy and driving trucks. Okay? They selling pussy. They putting their pussy on TikTok. They out there driving trucks in the back of other trucks. They out there tearing up trucks in the parking lot. The whole industry is a complete mess because you made it way too easy.
Deregulation.
The deregulation made it way too easy. It's just simple reading and writing in classroom activity. If you had longer trucking schools, you can probably train a lot of the bad stuff out of it. Or it would actually, if you had the trucking schools was longer, you would root out all the people that really don't know how to drive. These trucking schools now, and everybody's getting into it. Everybody's gotten in the trucking industry, especially over the pandemic. Everybody had bought a truck with a PPP loan. They're buying bobtails. They're buying pickup trucks, whatever they can to move, transportation. They're buying all of that. And nobody really has the love has the heart and the love to want to drive. You got to want to do that. It's not just a business to get into, I can make a quick buck. No, you have to love what you do. And we got a lot of foreigners coming in, man. They can't read or write English.
It says smoke,
or read the signs, read the regulations. They don't know what's coming ahead of them, and they having these catastrophic. Do you see the numbers went up by big trucks? People driving big truck causing accidents. You see the videos. The videos are all over the place. These dudes are getting out of their truck. Something happens to their truck. They don't even pull over to the right like you should, or to the shoulder. They getting out of their trucks, checking on what happened, what's going on. Dude got killed. 2 people got killed in Atlanta. This fool gets out of his truck in the middle lane. And yeah, he wasn't American. Got out of his truck in the middle lane and got death, and you see his body just fly right up under the trailer. Okay, and it's a lot of it. It's too much of it. It's getting to the point where it's ruining the industry. It's ruining rates. Yeah, something's got to be vetted about this. We don't have no type of regulations when it comes to people coming in the industry. It's a serious thing.
Pedro, it's all conspiracy, man. It's all conspiracy. Elon Musk playing chess. You playing checkers, man. You just think it's the trucking companies. Elon Musk said, "Hey, get some more bad drivers on the road. Have a few more accidents. A couple people might die."
I've never seen.
That's what that's gonna mean. We need computerized trucks, man. We're gonna save some lives out here.
It's gonna be like an iRobot.
Hi. What you mean hi? Like hi, yellow wanna be white?
Facts. All facts.
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 Do I even have a Cuddy Corner shout out? I don't even know. Not really. Nothing's really bothered me this week. I might have had something for a couple weeks ago. The Cowboys won tonight, so my Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to the state of affairs in the NFL. The Niners are now the number one team in the NFC, and that's a terrible thing. Can't stand those motherfuckers. Yeah, I hope they. The problem is they keep trading draft picks and getting better in the mid-season. And the issue is that they just keep hiring more people of color every year and be like, oh, look, we got new people. We got new executives.
And it doesn't make sense.
And now we get an extra compensatory pick that we can trade for Chase Young or just
and
even
then
if we
these
trade
guys go
pick,
somewhere.
have an early pick anyways.
And then they go somewhere and they're unsuccessful while the Niners get more picks. It's like, no, the team that hires them to the higher positions to get the pick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Reward
That's
them.
the team that should get the pick.
That's the team that needs
the team
the
that
pick.
hires and lose in the lower position and be like, oh, and then just sing their praises so they can get hired at somewhere else and then get his picks. Don't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone should get a pick for hiring people.
Oh, yeah, for having somebody hired up. I understand why they did it that way.
I understand why, but they should.
It's time to change that rule. Same way with the tush push, change that rule. Anyways, but yeah, I just need the Niners to lose. I need the world to be a better place. Niners need to lose, but they keep trading peanuts for quality players to continue to build out. They trying to do that whole thing. They traded for McCaffrey. They traded for Randy Gregory. They traded for Chase Young. They keep plugging away, trying to get over the top, and they're not gonna lose any picks. They got more picks now than they did last from trading all these picks. My other Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to the U.S. Congress and UN representatives for vetoing a ceasefire in Gaza. Yeah, the U.S. controls the UN. It's a bitch. The U.S. got a shitty ass. Our political system is already a joke. Shout out to positive thing. They did oust your boy George Santos, and now he's on Cameo. So if y'all want, we can see George Santos tell a lie for $400.
Hey man, we really
started at 75,
invest more,
and then he
Cameo.
went up to 400 after he had a big push for people trying to get him. So, you can get his fish lip looking self come say some kind of lie to your face on Cameo. But yeah, man, it's the holiday season. It's a time of peace. It's a time of goodwill.
Hey, Jared,
we need to not stand in the way of peace. And sometimes we got to just step up and be the supposed leaders of the free world that we claim to be. Because right now, we stand in the way of peace. And I hope everybody has a wonderful holidays. And happy Chanukah, happy Christmas, Kwanzaa. For why Jesus' sake?
It's a pagan holiday anyways.
For Santa's sake.
Yeah, baby. You know where the Christmas.
Yeah, man, you went an hour from when you first announced we're gonna do Cuddy Corner shout out too.
Exactly.
All right. And that is our show, my friends.
And the LGBTQ needs to sanction. What's that dude's name that got expelled from Congress?
Oh, McCarthy.
No.
The speaker. Well,
no, the guy who's on Cameo now.
Santos. Yeah,
George Santos. Yeah, they need to denounce him.
Well, he has some potential fraud charges that could be coming down the pipe. So that's why
he's giving that community a bad name. Get him out of there.
You are a hate crime on us.
Get him out of here, man.
Yeah. Defamation suit against him.
Do y'all solo on the Lenny Williams song I sent y'all?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Which one?
That was hilarious. Because I'm with you with that one. I didn't even know he was alive, and to come out with the song like that. Who's that?
Williams, I got a new single called She Took My Draws. I'm counting my draws right now. Make sure she ain't got them. Because I tell you what, you don't want your woman to hide your draws and bury them in the backyard. Ask your grandmama about that.
Oh, yeah. My girl and I was at the motel on a rendezvous, yeah, making sweet, sweet love like we always do. I fell asleep and when I woke up, my girl was gone. Yes, she was. She texted me a picture on my telephone. She took my draws, said she gon' put it on TikTok and get 1 million views. She took my draws. This girl is betting me, y'all, to put it on the evening news. She took my draws.
I can't wait. You know, hey, how many years? I mean, am I away? Next year I'll be turning 48. Am I like 2 or 3 years away from every time I talk about sex, I gotta say sweet, sweet love?
No, I'm talking about it now, Aaron.
Well, you act a lot older than you are, though, Pedro.
I never say.
Now you tell people most time when you tell people you want them to act their age, it's usually because you want them to act older. You're the only person that we say act your age because we want you to act younger.
That's funny. That's funny.
He said Pedro's the overripe piece of fruit.
the overripe. He'll be the youngest people on singlepeoplemeet.com.
Hey, Pedro, what do you think about African talent shows?
You are what?
I'm the fastest writer in the world. I can write a whole page in 3 seconds.
And where can we vet this information from?
Jesus
Do we give
Christ.
you words to write, or how does this work?
For you to throw words to me, you'll be so slow.
Oh,
So that's why I came with one of my friends. He's the fastest talker in the world.
you are the fastest writer.
Yes.
They're your friend.
He's the fastest talker in the world.
Oh, God.
Let's see.
How did these niggas
If I can drop the pen.
How did they build?
Jurisdiction.
What did I tell you about scamming? What did I tell you? You can't even keep a straight face.
These dudes got to be the sons of the guy that came with the Nigerian scam.
What did I tell you?
Is this where we are supposed to clap?
See?
What is this?
The only thing we can see that you wrote here are shapes of sperm in pictorial form. I don't care about what he said. You said you can hear what he said, and you wrote this.
Are you a bastard? Are you joking here?
The story ended badly. The story.
Your life will end bad.
Let's go. It's fine.
You're
Africans, man. Y'all see why I talk about it so much? Do you see why we're still in America? That right there shows why we're still in America.
That's hilarious.